Doc Loves the Kids, a local Kitsap County nonprofit organization established in 2015 whose mission is to provide activities, programs, and community support for at-risk youth.
They put the U in community.
Doc Loves the Kids.
Welcome to Plays and Parlays. I am your host, Wesley, along with my co-hosts, LT and Man. And we're going to talk about sports today, man. We're going to give you guys a little rundown on the NFL. We're going to start with Shedeur Sanders. I think that, personally, you guys know I'm a Shedeur fan. You know what I mean? I always talk about Shedeur, I always big up Shedeur. But, we've been hearing some stuff today. I know T came out with a little bit of information. You want to go ahead and give us the information you got on Shedeur, T, right now?
Yeah, man. Hey, he had a perfect practice, right? 9 for 9. I believe it was over 50 yards, a touchdown pass, it looks like. But after that, apparently within the last couple hours, some trade rumors have been coming up as far as the Colts.
Really? So what kind of stock do you guys take in those kind of trade rumors right there?
Dead it.
Go ahead, man.
I think they should dead it, man. Like, it just, for their team, what they need is a quarterback, and they should let it play out till the preseason. I think they should let it play out till week 8. If week 8, by that time they just don't feel like he's the one, then yeah. But I think the
so
way
you think they should start him? What you're saying? You think they should start Shedeur?
I think they should start Flacco for the first couple weeks, but then after that, if it don't work out, But I don't even think you should trade a rookie quarterback that early. I don't think you should trade a rookie quarterback first year. I don't think that's even.
What do you think, T?
I think they got him for trade bait to begin with, to be honest with you. And the reason I say that is because of where they picked him after the other guy, Dillon. They already got their backup, right? But why did you draft Shedeur really at that point? Was it to get the competitive attitude? No, I don't think so. I think it was to sell jerseys. I think it was to get the media attention on you at all times, because otherwise you're really not talking about the Browns. Right. So having Shedeur there is a real big thing when you're talking about media. So I do agree with Man here. I would definitely keep him if I'm the Browns. Okay, I would personally. The reason I say that is because you are in the media at that point. You are on the attention of everybody. You are having those jersey sales when you're not really getting the wins right now to do that. Right. So I think that's a huge portion of it to make sure you're making that money as an owner. Right. From a Shedeur standpoint, though, I'm hoping that it doesn't work out in Cleveland. And the reason I say that is because that's the graveyard of the NFL for quarterbacks. Okay.
It definitely has been.
And I do think he's going to be set up a little bit better when you're talking about creating playing time faster, a little bit better on the receiving core, things of that nature. As far as when you're talking about Indianapolis, I think it does set up a little bit better with the Colts. Now, do I think that the Colts are better than the Browns particularly? Not right now. I'm pretty sure they're both on the same level of being crap. But I do think he's set up a lot better as far as with the Colts, and I don't think there's going to be a controversy when you're talking about the Colts. He's better than everybody they have already on the Colts. When you're talking about the Browns, you can't say that, right? Because you don't know yet.
The only one. That's a tough one to say, because can we say he's better than everyone on the Colts? But we can't say that he's better than everyone. Only one that I can't say is Flacco. Flacco's the only one. We all know Flacco's no one's quarterback of the future. There's no reason. He's basically serviceable enough to win you a few games. That's it. So you're not getting anything out of him. He's basically somebody to bring in and say, you know what? I don't want to lose my job this year, so let me go ahead and bring in a quarterback that I think could win me 5 to 7 games and make it look competitive out there if it came down to it. I don't want to just get blown out. Okay, we got Kenny Pickett. This guy's not starting anywhere. He's not going to start anywhere else. Dillon Gabriel. He hasn't looked he looked decent. He's been decent in preseason, but he hasn't looked that great. He's throwing interceptions. He's throwing a lot of bad passes in the ground. I'm hearing a lot of Cleveland commentators talk about it. You got a person like we got a person like Shedeur Sanders, though, on the other hand, who, you really 9 for 9 against. I think these are these are first team reps right here.
These are the ones, yeah.
Oh, first team reps. Was he even playing with the first team offense? I know the day before he was playing with the second team offense against the first team defense. I think he was 2 for 3. You know what I mean? So this isn't to say, this is the regular season, but let's be honest. He's been kind of chewing them up. He's been leading the entire team in completion percentage, touchdowns, I think, for the whole entire for this whole off season. I mean, so
well, the problem you're looking at is the reps, right? How many reps is he getting with that first team compared to Dillon Gabriel? I don't think it's even close from what I'm reading anyway, which is sad. You know what I'm saying? But that goes even further to my point. I think I really do think that they got him in order to get those jersey sales. They got him to get into the media attention, because without a big name like Shedeur, who do you have on that team that has that ability? Right, you really don't have anybody on that squad.
Quarterback
that
wise, Myles Garrett. You got Myles Garrett, but he's a defender. He's a defender. That's not really somebody who you got. You don't have anybody. But that was my person.
99 overall on Madden. 99
I love him, dude. I love him, man.
Really, I think even if it's not the Colts, your team probably could need a Shedeur. Like your team could
bring him down there day one.
Why wouldn't y'all trade for him?
And to be clear, he's a New Orleans Saints fan. LT is a New Orleans Saints fan. You guys see what you guys already see around that with mine. And we got a Seahawks fan here as well. Man. I mean, but I just don't see them trading him. The way they've been talking, I don't see them getting rid of him. Me personally, I've told everybody this from the very beginning. I think Shedeur is one of those ones when it comes to quarterback. I've watched his entire, his career as far as being at Colorado. Dude's a gamer. He comes from a gamer family. He understands the game. He breaks the game down while he's playing it. I've watched him play from behind. I've watched him come. Shedeur's the kind of guy who I trust. If he got the ball at the end of the game, give it to 12. I mean, we called him 2 before. Give it to 12 right there. He's a gamer. He comes from his dad was a gamer. This dude didn't have his dad's speed, so he put him at quarterback, and he's been successful. So me personally, I felt like it was a team kind of set up to put Shedeur at you don't go from a top 5, top 10 pick to 5th round all of a sudden. You're not just, you're this sorry. Let's go ahead and teach you a lesson. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. We're looking at Jackson Dart play. We've seen him over at the Giants. He's not even going to start. He's not even going to be getting any playing time. You know what I mean? Probably not this year. Maybe later in the year when they start sucking, he may get some playing time. We saw the guy who you guys drafted, the guy who threw the sideways throw. We saw this guy. You know what I mean? We're looking at Jalen Milroe. I mean, I saw Jalen Milroe play. Let's be honest here. We got to keep it real around here. These quarterbacks who were drafted before Shedeur are not better than Shedeur. That's just weird. I mean, the only one I can say is I would give Cam Ward his props. He's filthy.
Jalen Milroe. First of all,
better than Shedeur.
He's athletically more. He's more there.
Anthony Richardson. He ran
like a 4.36.
He's Anthony Richardson.
I'm cool with development. If we could feel cool. Our coach, Mike McDonald, used to coach for the Ravens. He was a coach for the Ravens. I'm cool with a coach for the Ravens developing our guy. So not to change the subject, but he's the type of person. I look at Anthony Richardson. You're going 5 for 14, 5 for 17, and who's around him?
with 77 yards passing. That's who he is to me. There's a lot of quarterbacks who are like, I can throw the ball 120 yards on their knees, can throw the ball 120 yards, but they can't throw
around him. Who's around him?
You know what I mean?
He's got nobody around him to even develop him. That's what I'm saying. Like, development is a thing that just needs to happen with certain players. Anthony Richardson.
If you can't throw a slant or out or a quick, if you can't do that by now, there's a problem.
He's gonna be wide receiver this year. He's gonna be wide receiver this year. That's fine. That's what he is. No. Richardson is gonna be wide receiver this year. He's gonna be wide receiver.
If they were me, man, I got rid of Richardson a long time ago. As soon as he went out in the third, as soon as he went out and on 3rd down and said he was tired, walked off the field. I looked at him like, bro, you tired? You're a quarterback. I ain't never seen a quarterback do that before in my life. He was done with me at that point in time. He came back, he won the next game after he did the I was tired thing. But to me, you show weakness, and you cannot do that as a quarterback. No one's gonna ever trust you again. You know what I mean? I'm not, what I'm saying? I'm not knocking him out. It is what it is. But you're 5 for 17 with 29 yards passing. That's not an offense I can rely on. But Shedeur Sanders, to me personally, right now, he's the best quarterback. I mean, I can't say he's better than Joe Flacco. I'm not going to disrespect Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco is a quality quarterback, but he's not the quarterback of your future.
No,
I'm putting my stock. I don't mean to overtalk you guys, but I'm putting my stock in Shedeur. I'm giving him an opportunity. He's not starting. I wouldn't start him. The first 5 games will give him an opportunity to get himself in there.
Fair.
I'll wait till like week 13.
That's fair. I agree with that.
Week 13.
Week 13, Jesus.
Yeah, once we got a good draft pick, then okay, yeah, let's let our dudes go in. Like, week 12, I still want a good draft pick if I was the Browns. Because I don't think
they're going to get
win
one.
This.
They're not going to win no matter if Shedeur plays. This you ain't winning if Shedeur play. I'm not acting like Shedeur going to come in here and save the day.
But let's not find out, though. Let's not find out. Let's be like, okay, let's just be like week 11. Maybe week 11.
Just not let him play this season, I think, should be the goal at this point for him. I don't think he should play anywhere at this season.
Just for people to come to the game.
Why not?
People come to the game. Because once it comes to week 10,
I get that. I do get that.
They're chanting Shedeur by week 3 to week 4. They're chanting Shedeur's name. I'm telling you, they're going to lose their first 4 or 5 games. I don't think
they're keeping him. That's why they're not going to keep him, okay? Because I'm telling y'all, if you keep Shedeur, no matter where you're at this point, okay, it could be anywhere. It could be the Patriots, whoever, okay? It could go to New Orleans, Miami, Dallas. It doesn't matter where he goes. It's a QB controversy as soon as he gets there because that's what he
crazy.
Creates.
Isn't that crazy? That sounds like collusion to me. Who wouldn't want a quarterback controversy if you ain't got a quarterback? If I ain't got a good quarterback, I would. If I don't have a good quarterback, if my quarterback's not good, I want a quarterback controversy in my city right now, especially if it's a young dude who's a rookie. Why would you? That's almost like that's an insanity. It's like I'm not saying you personally, but why would you? Okay, so if you got Jackson Dart. Everywhere has a quarterback controversy, pretty much. Who doesn't? Except for the guy. You know what I mean? Like, why would you not want a quarterback who may end up being a superstar on your team? Because that's what all these rookies really are. We don't know who's who. We don't know what's what.
He's not going to do that in the Browns. It's not going to happen. I hate to say that, but it's just not going to roll. Okay.
I mean, if he comes out and he performs, the Browns still got 2 first-round draft picks next year. Let's not get this twisted. I mean, they can go pick up.
I saw what they did this year with that.
They? I mean, they didn't really do anything. But you know how it goes. Yeah, I mean, to me, I'm just like this. I wouldn't want to see him traded only because I think that he's worked with this team so for this amount of time, and it'd be tough for him to go get in with another team, learn their system, and then get any reps enough for him to have an opportunity to play. He deserves, to me personally. I mean, let's look at what he's done. Let's look at this. He hasn't come out there and went 5 for 12 like Dillon Gabriel has and throwing interceptions like these people have. If anyone deserves an opportunity to get more first team reps, he's shown you 9 for 9, 2 touchdowns. Come on, bro. Let's be honest around here.
That's my point.
Stop
if
this.
That ain't happened yet.
This is blasphemy.
If that ain't happened yet, that should tell you something, though.
It's happened today. This is the most reps he got today.
You saying this is the height of his? You saying this is the height of his stock right now?
No, absolutely not. I think his ceiling is going very high. I think his ceiling playing level is higher. So you just think it's strictly for his point of view. I do. Right now, for him, I don't think it's the right spot. Now, if it's for Cleveland in general, I don't think they're keeping him either because, like I said, if you're just now giving him first-team reps right before I'm talking literally the preseason started today, and he's just now starting to get 10-plus first-team reps, that should tell you guys something, okay? Just looking at it. Dillon Gabriel's been getting that for a long time, not just the last 2 days.
But you got to remember, he's also your 3rd round pick. So you almost have to do that. Just like this. If I this is how I look at it.
You have to pick him.
If I'm in a situation to where I am with the rest of the league saying that, hey, we're not going to draft this dude because we're not going to give this young dude what he wants. When his daddy thinks he's this, he comes in with the biggest chain I ever seen in my life at the draft party, shiny. He already got the money. He got everything. We really can't do. Only thing we could take away from him is an opportunity. That's the only thing we could do for him. What did his dad say? What was the text message his dad put out or the tweet? Oh, I would never let my son play for the Cleveland Browns. And who drafts him? The Cleveland Browns. I'm just trying to tell you guys there's a reason why you can collude in a room full of NFL owners. There just is. I'm just going to be honest with you. They've done it before. This is not the first time we've seen it happen. There's no way you go from being a top 10 talent. Everyone says you're either number 1 or number 2 best quarterback in the draft. There was no doubt about it. To now all of a sudden you're a 5th round pick. No one wants you. You're not that great, and you're a problem. Look at Johnny Manziel. We've seen real problems around here. We've seen guys go do things that were 10. What did he do?
Sure.
What did he do? We've seen some real damaging things from people, and they got to put the hat on their head early in the draft. No problem.
Yeah.
Sure.
No issues. Let's be honest here. I mean, what is his worst thing he's done now? A speeding ticket? Oh my God, the speeding tickets. We think this might change the game for him. Let's just be honest about the situation. We have to really look at it for what it is. We've seen Shedeur. He was number 1 in college in completion percentage. I know we're saying that's college, but that's what you're drafting off your college stats, off your college capabilities. That's all you got to go off of. We've watched him, and it's translating now into his preseason workouts in the pros. It translated when he was playing against the 3s and 4s, whoever he was playing, and with the rec staff or whoever else they had going on, he was going. And now it's translating with the 1s, again, defensive 1s and 2s offensively. Imagine what he could do with the first offensive unit.
Killing with them. He's killing.
You're gonna keep imagining.
I think he did it today. I think today we just saw him go 9 for 9. It's getting to a point to where you can't. I mean, what do you think this press is going to say every day? When's Shedeur going to get a chance to play? But that's what you're supposed to do when you have. I mean, you think that's not how Russell Wilson got his first, or how he got his first takes how what's his
but
name?
Nobody was saying he was a starter day 1.
He wasn't performing.
It's not the same player. It's not the same player. It's not the same player
at all. You know, I mean, I don't think Russ had like any kind of the same type of seasons when he played for Wisconsin that you got Shedeur having at Colorado or even at Jackson State. You know, even though that's a spot, he won.
He won. Like,
dude, he's a winner. He's a flat out winner.
He's not a little dude. Go ahead.
Everywhere he go, he's smiling. Everywhere he go, he's a leader. Like he's not.
That's what I was gonna say. He's a leader.
He's a leader everywhere he goes. Like, he's not just a quarterback. He's a leader, and that goes hand in hand.
What did your number 1 defender go and do with Shedeur? He went and gave him some reps.
Yep.
That's leadership skill. You think he's Dillon Gabriel is gonna be able to walk over to Myles Garrett like, hey,
I ain't seen one clip of Dillon Gabriel doing nothing.
I'm just saying. It speaks volumes. It's not like he's out there. He just sucks. It's not like he's throwing the ball in the dirt like Dillon Gabriel, throwing interceptions like Dillon Gabriel, or doing the Kenny Pickett's doing. He's thinking up the room. They're giving him more rap. We got to stop with thinking that these people. I'm not saying they don't know, but I mean, you're giving Kenny Pickett reps, and he's showing you who he is day in and day out. Luckily he got. I mean,
he should have never been. He should have never been a part of this whole thing. He should have never been.
I agree. I agree.
He should have. He's going to be cut. He's going to be cut. He should be cut.
I mean, nobody, like you said, nobody's going to want him. Nobody will take him.
He's the 4th best quarterback in that room. I'll put it that way.
Damn.
I'm sorry. That's
know what I mean. Look. I mean, you think he's worse than Dillon Gabriel?
Yes. I do.
Yes, 100%.
I'm not going to say he's not.
Dillon's got that dog in him. He just doesn't have the size.
I wouldn't even care. I wouldn't even care if he was slightly better than him. I'd still take Dillon Gabriel.
Me too.
I'd take Dillon.
He's younger. He has a higher ceiling, like you said.
Hungrier.
Like I don't care if he was like slightly better or maybe even like 10 shots better. I'd be like, we're not starting either one of them. So
he has not had I mean, how many games has he? How many? I mean, not games. I'm sorry, but how many preseason? I guess you call them games or whatever you want to call it, reps that he's had. He's basically, this guy's had probably 4 or 5 days of perfect completions. Probably 4, something like that. Perfect completions where he's walked around. We got to stop this, man.
And they still haven't came out and said anything about it. And that's my point. I'm telling y'all.
Kevin Stefanski came out and said
it's the signs from it.
Kevin Stefanski said, as a coach, he came out, he's like, hey, he's working extremely hard. Then he's like, oh, and so are the rest of these guys. I mean, he knows, he sees what's going on. The owner comes out with the whole entire, if we'd have told me on Friday we were drafting Shedeur Sanders, I would have said, no, we're not, or something like that, or that's not happening, or whatever. But in the beginning, they all said the owner wanted to draft Shedeur. They all said the owner wanted him to begin with. But you guys also got to remember that the owner is the one who wanted Deshaun Watson, who paid him the $200 million guaranteed. He's like, what do we need to do to get the guy? He's the money guy at the end of the day. So right now you cannot look biased right at this point in time. You cannot come out and say, yeah, I wanted Shedeur and this is what we're going to do. You're not Jerry. He doesn't want to be Jerry Jones. I'm seeing him walk away from the Jerry Jones thing. He doesn't want to be the guy. He's letting let it speak for itself. And you know what else is speaking for itself? $250 million in jersey sales. Let's stop this, guys. Let's stop.
Oh, he's the dude. He's that guy. Let's be honest here. Shedeur, his ceiling is extremely high. I've told you guys both this before. I think his one drawback is the fact that he holds onto the ball too long. right? That's his one thing that people could really say about him coming out of college. And the fact he's not super speedy, I get that. He's not like his daddy. I understand that portion. But you don't need him to be. He's playing quarterback. Okay, you need him to go through progressions, go through the reads. He has the size. He can take the hits. Obviously,
we've shown it
42 times. He can take the hits, but he holds on to the ball, man. That's the one thing.
He had 2 horrible offensive line. I guarantee if we go back and look, I don't know about his Jackson State numbers as far as sacks were concerned. I guarantee they weren't looking like this. He does hold the ball a tad bit too much because he's trying to make a play. He's trying to make a play. Don't get me wrong.
And that's a little tweak. It's a little tweak that he needs to make. That's it.
But he damn sure makes the play. In my book, he'll make the play. To me, he's damn near like having another GM as far as at quarterback. I've watched him.
He has a football mind, man. He's a football mind. He has that already. He comes from a family literally of football. That's literally what they do is football.
I imagine you have the guy who knows exactly what your enemy is going to do as your mentor. His dad was a cornerback. So he knows exactly, but we're going to go touch back on this Shedeur thing here in a minute. But, let's go ahead and delve into a couple other subjects. We looked at Cam Ward. What do you guys think about Cam Ward?
He's going to be cool. I don't think he's going to be. I mean, I just don't think his team is going to be good enough for everything he'll want to do.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
I don't think he's going to be able to do everything he wants to do with that team.
I mean, I think it's just really, you got to look at it almost like it's not like he's being put into a situation where it's the Commanders. I'm not saying the Commanders were a great team because no one thought I didn't think they're going to be good. I had no clue they're going to turn out to be what they're going to be. But I mean, I don't think he's there for that. I think he's there to actually be able to watch him grow, to get that. I mean, I've seen him make some extremely good throws over there in camp. I've seen him make some really good throws. I think that kid he's very athletic. He has a great arm, great vision out there as well on the field. What do you think, LT?
I think he has amazing targets to throw the ball to, man. I mean, look, you got Calvin Ridley, Tyler Lockett, Van Jefferson. I mean, that's 3 solid targets. Let's be honest. So he's already going in there, but let's be real. He wasn't going to start. Okay, he wasn't going there to start right away. You had Will Levis still. No, I don't think he was right away.
Going to start over him.
I think it's more like that Flacco situation that y'all were talking about earlier. I think it's more like that. I don't think he was starting immediately. I think they were building him into it.
Levis was playing like crap last year, from what
I'm not saying Will Levis is great at all.
Me personally, if I just paid you $84 million, whatever they gave him, whatever they gave him, I don't know if $84 million.
That's my point on that. If you just paid somebody, you're not gonna get rid of that right away. You're just not. You're already too invested in it. Look at Derek Carr, prime example, right? You give Derek Carr a lot of money, he comes in and plays like trash. You're still gonna stick with Derek Carr throughout, no matter who you got behind them. Just because of that situation, you're paying that money. You want them to play. That's how it goes.
And then behind him,
you got to look at CJ Stroud started. I mean, you got to look at. I think the kid over there in what was that? The Panthers. I think he came out. Didn't he start in the very beginning as well too? If you're the top picks, you're starting, man. They're putting you out there, both of them. I mean, even the kid for Jaguars, you're starting.
Well, he's set up perfect. I mean, I'm not saying he's going to do bad at all. I think he's going to do very well. I'm not saying he's going to be a superstar year one like you're talking about Jaden Daniels. I don't think he's going to have that type of
give me 178, 200 yards a game, and just showing me that with a couple of flashes of greatness and just letting yourself develop. We got to remember with Peyton Manning, man, he stunk up the field his first year. I think he had like 30 interceptions, some crazy amount of, it was just ridiculous. You're not looking for that. You're letting them develop. I mean, you have to put the guy out there. Developing. It's nice to sit on the bench and develop, but it's not the same thing as gameplay.
You want to see week to week improvements. That's what you want from a rookie. You want week to week improvements. You want to show that he can learn the game. What?
Cam Ward, though, I think he's going to start. I think for sure he's going to start. I think.
Oh, now he is. Yeah. Will Levis.
The situation he's in, he's guaranteed to start. And I think the team don't even care if he do. But I don't think he's going to go crazy though. I think he's going to have a Caleb Williams type season. I think he's going to be like.
I could see that.
Like it's just it's too much for a bad team. Like it is a bad team.
Yeah.
And if he does make it bigger than that,
they have weapons.
They have a bunch of second options. It's the same thing as Jordan Love. Like, it's just a bunch of second options, third options. But it's not many teams have that many things. Like, what I mean?
Let me ask you guys this question right here. We talked about this a bit earlier. when I look at it, you look at a team like the Pittsburgh Steelers. They picked up Aaron Rodgers, after getting rid of Russell Wilson. They actually had a decent year last year. But to me, I'm not a Russell Wilson basher. I'm just not. I like Russ. Even though he came to our team and we didn't do well when we had him, I like Russ. I just don't feel like he has it in him at this point in time. He doesn't run anymore. He didn't do any of that. He's like, he's going to take a sack before he runs or fall on the ground or barely get touched and fall down. And he can't get you out of third down situations. And he's in third down situations every time, it feels like. He can't score any points, man. It doesn't have it in him. Me personally, I feel like Aaron Rodgers is a better fit for the Steelers this year to get them over that. Maybe not. I'm not going to say he's a, the heir apparent. He's the guy, but he may get you over the hump of where you couldn't get over last year. In my eyes, he can get you more than 16 points in a game.
Aaron Rodgers is probably the worst quarterback in the NFL right now.
That's a hell of a take right there. That's a hell of a take right there.
He is terrible. He had one of the best teams in the NFL. He's top 5 worst, top 10 maybe.
Give me a rundown of who he had on his team. Why do you feel like he had one of the worst teams? He was,
Who's the second? Alex Lazard. Alex Lazard is a good receiver. That's a good receiver. Alex Lazard, if he goes on another team, he could be a number 2 on any other team, and it's like a good number 2. Garrett Wilson is a solid number 1. Top. If we go in fantasy drafts, he's number 1. He's a round 1 draft.
He had Devontae Adams too, though.
And he had Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams and Alex Lazard is your number 3. Oh my goodness! We got Garrett Wilson, Devontae Adams. That's 3 receivers that are legit.
He killed me week to week. I stopped even messing with him after a minute. I was like, man, you know what? I'm done. I'm done betting on you, man. You're killing me. You're killing me, Small.
Actually, in my life, it was killing me. There's no way he's better than, you know what I'm talking about?
You really think that you really feel like Aaron Rodgers is better than Russell Wilson right now? Or do you feel like, I'm sorry. You feel like Russell Wilson's better than Aaron Rodgers right now?
I think Jameis Winston's better than Aaron Rodgers.
What's your take on this, LT?
I don't mind the James. You said Jameis Winston?
Yeah, that's what he said. He said Jameis Wilson.
The Saints player. The dude that played for the Saints. He's talking about the dude that played for the Saints. Yeah.
I don't mind the Jameis Winston. I don't mind that. Right? I don't mind that. Look,
Jameis Winston's actually decent. He's
decent. Both of them.
There's a flag on the play. I'm calling it. Right? Listen, Aaron Rodgers, with the intangibles that he has, there's a reason that people put him as the top quarterback to ever play. Some of them, as far as ability. Did he ever live up to that? Now, hold on. I'm talking about the ability. With the intangibles he has, he should have been the best player. It's kind of like Shaq on NBA, right? We can go along with that later. But with the intangibles that he has, he's crazy. His arm strength, his vision, how far he can throw the football, accuracy, his leading of the receivers. Whenever he first came into the league, people were really praising him on this. As far as, man, he has the intangibles. He has the setup to be the best. He just never lived up to that expectation, right?
No, he was filthy. Aaron Rodgers was filthy.
Great. But he wasn't on these other guys' level, right? I still think he's a star. He's not a superstar, but Russell Wilson is not on that level.
Aaron Rodgers he's probably right at this point in time. You can never not be a superstar. Once you become a superstar, you may not play like a superstar, but Aaron Rodgers is a superstar.
Aaron Rodgers is better than Russell Wilson.
NFL, are we serious? We gotta go look at his stats. Consistently look at his stats.
He's not a superstar.
That's
I don't agree. Is Shedeur Sanders right now? He's Shedeur Sanders right now.
No.
Sanders right now.
No, what I'm saying is I'm saying is this. I'm not saying that where he is now, because he's 40 years old. We're not gonna. There's some quarterbacks who make it to 40. There's some quarterbacks who make it to 40, 41, and they still got it in them. You got,
Tom Brady.
Exactly. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, once you, in my book, once you're a superstar, you're always a superstar. Yes, you may fade out, peter out, but I'm not saying his play is superstar play. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that Aaron Rodgers is superstar status. He always will be that because of what he's done. That's not to say that right now he's the same Aaron Rodgers as he was when he was 31 or 29. No, we're not saying that.
I don't think he's the same at all.
Aaron Rodgers
ain't the same either.
Aaron Rodgers is Shedeur Sanders right now. That's what he is.
But are we? So you're saying that? But you're saying that Russell Wilson. I mean, to me, I watched Russ play last year on a very, very good team. On a very good team. That team, the defense,
he won.
It was he did. But the defense won more games than what he won. In my book, I watched him play.
In Russ's prime, who won the games too?
Defense.
That's all he needs. You just need to win with defense.
But
what do the Giants have
right now?
The Giants have the number 1 defensive line in the NFL. Guarantee, I promise you. They have the number 1.
Well, he's not going to win with the Giants though.
Are they going to
win with the Giants?
Yeah. No, I'm just saying he's going to win more. He's going to win more.
I can see that. I can see that.
They only won like 2 games last year. They won like 3 games last year.
I don't think the Giants are trying to win the Super Bowl this year.
No.
I just think they just want to have Jackson Dart play behind 2 veteran quarterbacks. I think that's what they want. And I think Russ is going to have Neighbors go crazy. I think Neighbors could still go crazy with Russ.
I think Jameis is better than Russ. Just saying.
And I'm gonna be real. Jameson puts up stats I've seen Russ put up a couple games where he had decent.
Oh, sure.
More games than not, he wasn't performing at his top ability. What I'm gonna say, I don't think Neighbors is gonna have the kind of year we think he's gonna have. I don't think Russ has that in him anymore to pass like that. I just don't. I've watched him play with Jerry Jeudy. I'm not saying Jeudy was at his best, but he couldn't get him the ball. You weren't really delivering. The one guy who he had on his team, he would just throw the ball up to last year. What was the guy's name? I forget. He's playing Pickens. He's playing down in Dallas right now. I mean, he basically, when Russ got in trouble, he just throw the ball up Pickens' way. And sometimes Pickens would come down with it, sometimes he wouldn't. Where else did Russ do that at? In Seattle. He did it all the time.
Who did he throw it to?
I mean, you had Metcalf, you had a bunch of people. He had Curse. Back in the day, we had
a bunch of number 2s. We had a bunch of number 2s.
But they made great catches, man. Great catches. They made great catches when it came down to it. And I think that's what Russ was used to doing.
Yeah, we had a superstar quarterback. We had a superstar quarterback that was playing with a bunch of number 2s.
I think Russ was that dude at one point.
Yeah, we didn't have no.
Yeah, he had a point in his career.
When DK came, then it was easier for us. That's why we had to stop doing a couple things. But Doug Baldwin was a number 2. He was not a number 1.
Sure.
I mean, and is he really even a number? I mean, are you really even a number 2?
I was about to say, you got a couple in there that ain't number 2.
You know what I mean? Even Curse. I'm looking at those guys. You guys had some players that were I think Golden Tate was better than those guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Golden Tate was a number 1. Golden Tate was definitely.
I like Golden Tate.
I think he was a lot better than Curse and and Baldwin.
Yeah.
And to me, those guys were kind of they say plumbers. Not really. They were decent players. Don't get me wrong, they're good players, but they didn't have the speed really. I think Curse would made great catches. Curse was the guy who you could throw the ball up to, so he'd come down with the ball. Baldwin to me, he was one. Baldwin to me is like a 3rd or 4th, on a somewhat decent team.
He was a Wes Walker.
Look, Russ is at his best to me, at least over the course of his career, right? Especially now, I feel like he needs it more. I think he's at his best whenever he really has the opportunity to really dig into the play fakes a lot, the play action pass game, and really settle himself in the pocket and really get a chance to plant his feet and throw. If he just has that regular drop back offense or that spread shotgun style offense, he's not going to be as successful. So, and I think they run that to the T as far as in the Giants. He can run that play action down there or up there. So I do think he has a pretty decent opportunity to play well this year. I just don't think he's going to do it at the same accuracy.
He doesn't run the ball, though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You can run play action all you want to, but you got to be, the quarterback also has to be willing to get out of there and run. He doesn't do that no more. For some reason, he's turned into, what was it, the Major League? Remember the movie Major League when the Wild Thing turned into like a corporate with corporate on him, put the suit on. He's turned into that right there, man. Russ, run. I'm telling run, man, run, like Forrest run. But he just wouldn't run the ball for nothing, man. You know what I mean?
Well, he used to have that killer instinct, man. I don't think he has that anymore. Like I say, he's older, but
we had this
conversation.
That's
fine. He's not on the Steelers no more. He's not on the playoff contending team. He's on a team that just won 4 games?
3 games?
3 games. Yeah. He's on a team where all he has to do is just make sure everybody else is okay. Yeah. He needs to make sure Malik Neighbors is happy. That's all his role is.
He needs to manage the game. That's it. Yeah. That's all he has to do now.
But he doesn't need to He doesn't need to make the playoffs for us. Because if he wanted to be that, he'd be with us. Like,
I know. We had this conversation here, this other conversation off screen right here, but it was something interesting that you said, TLT. You said that you felt that the Rams were the second best team in the NFC.
I do.
Can you give us a breakdown of this take right here? Because I think a lot of people are going to be very shocked by this take right here.
I don't think a lot of people are. I think a lot of people had them as the third or fourth team anyway, from what I've been seeing, which is fine. I agree with that to an extent. I could see a couple of teams in that role. I know man's thing is Detroit. I agree with that to an extent, but with this lineup, man, I really, really, really like the offense that they put on the field, and they could keep up with really anybody. Plus, you have a proven winner. You got Matthew Stafford out there, Super Bowl guy. Plus, he's had a brilliant career. You can't really say he's on a downward path as much as the other guys that are really his age. So I think he still has a little bit to give too. So I think they're right up there, and I don't think Detroit is deserving of that slot until they can prove that they can earn it, right? Don't get me wrong, they've had a couple of good seasons, and I agree with that, but they just lost their entire coaching staff, okay? They've been gutted over, and that has a lot to do with these outcomes if you really think about it, okay? Because those assistant coaches that were in charge of those certain things like offensive line, receiving core, those things, whenever you're looking at those specific coaches, those guys are all gone. When you're a great team, you get gutted in positions like that.
Absolutely,
right?
All the time.
That matters. So I think that's going to take a little bit of a decline from them. I'm not saying they're going to be crap. No, I think the Detroit Lions are fantastic, and I think they're poised to do some pretty good things this season. I just don't think they're right there.
So, I'm going to switch over here to man. You know what I mean? Because I know he had a lot to say about this as well. But let me say this really quick. What I was thinking, when I look at it like this, toward like a third of the way or so, maybe even like a quarter of the way through the year, you start seeing the Rams really turn up. Beginning of the year, I think they had some injuries that kind of set them back a little bit, and they were, they took some losses that that later in the year they weren't taking. They won me some money. I ain't gonna sit back in front. The Rams, when they start really, everyone was kind of doubting them still because they didn't believe that they were who they really were. And they did come out and they came on strong toward that whole part, toward that other 75% of the year. They really did their thing. And so I understand where you're coming from. But I think there's just a lot of teams over here that we're overlooking. Now, I know you're going to put the Eagles on top right there, but Detroit, they're dogs. When they lose 2 games last year, 3, maybe.
They're beasts.
Yeah, they're dogs. I mean, they, and like you guys talked about, they had some injuries last year that kind of put them in a situation to where, things could have turned out a little bit differently for them as well. But man, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to talk about this right here. What do you think about this?
I'm just saying, it's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. The Rams
flag on the play.
One,
flag on the play.
The Rams being the number 1 don't even make sense.
Number two.
Number two. Number two being is crazy because first of all, like, only reason why the Rams is even decent is because of Matthew Stafford.
Okay.
If he's not there, they're done. Their team is regular, right? Their secondaries regular.
And he is injury prone, so I get that.
And Kyron Williams has been injured every year, and Puka Nacua, he's going through injuries. Devontae Adams is not that. Like, their team's really just their linebackers and linemen. That's their team. And then whatever the offense wants to be tonight,
Sure.
But if we talking about the Lions, if we talking about the Packers, Vikings, if we talking about the Seahawks is only team that might be better than the Rams is the Seahawks. I promise you.
That's crazy.
Because I'll tell you right now, we just drafted.
You're talking about NFC West?
Man, we kill them. I'd be surprised if the Rams is better than us. And they're the only team in our division that I think would be better than us. But I think they're not rocking with us though. Like,
so you think y'all are on the same level?
Did you see this? Yeah, I know for certain we're on the same level. I just don't know what the records are going to be. I got to see their schedules. But
I gotcha.
But and then you got to let them jail too.
But if you see the safety we drafted, did you see the safety we drafted? He's the number 1 most athletic player in defensive combine history that's ever been drafted.
You got There's you guys. There's a lot of good teams out there. You got to look at teams like
Vikings are scary.
But you got their quarterback. They got a brand new quarterback. That's going to be. I need to see what this kid can do. That's
the only question mark with that team. And everybody's saying great things about. Is it JJ McCarty?
Vikings are scary. Right? Yeah. Vikings are scarier than us.
Great. Oh, 100%. Yes. I think they're set up for all the other weapons as far as the spots better. I'm not saying the quarterback role is better. I don't know that yet. If he plays even 60% as well as Darnold played last year, they're going to be just as good, if not better.
What if Darnold played 100% of what he was last year? What if he did that?
With Seattle right now?
Yeah, like our team is better. Our team is just as good.
If he played, now don't get me wrong. If Sam Darnold plays at the level he did last year, I do think Seattle comes out on top of Minnesota. I'm not saying that. I just don't think that's going to happen. You think Sam Darnold's going to play at the level that he did last year with the weapons he had over there?
I think our run game's better. I think our receivers are not better. I don't think they're better, but I think they're right there. I think they're right behind them.
Hey,
I would give the receivers to Minnesota for sure.
And our defense is better.
Let me say this. To me, I think Sam Darnold is like the skaters say, is a poser in my eyes. I think that he's that. I've watched him play. He lost me a lot of money. Maybe this is right. Maybe I'm heartbroken because he lost me a lot of money in big games where I've seen him where they had a team like, okay, you guys got a better team than this other team. I'm going to put the money up on you. You know what happened? He lost. He didn't perform like he should have. And he looked like he was almost scared to be in the big moment in the situation. And when you got Justin Jefferson on your team, there's some you can't go out the way that he did in some of those games. You didn't even put up any points, hardly any. To me, he doesn't have that it factor. I think that he's more of a window. If he's more window dressing, it's just that's just me saying that. Not me trying to talk down on your team. I know that's your team, man.
Regular season player. I get that.
Yeah,
he's gonna be good.
I agree.
Yeah, but I think regular season player is why I think we're gonna be a better team in regular season. I think what we need is him to be as good as possible until our quarterback is ready.
So we're not.
Wait. Time out. You said until our quarterback is ready. Who's your quarterback?
Our quarterback is ready. Jalen Milroe. That's our quarterback.
Jalen Milroe. You really believe in this guy, huh?
You think he's great, huh? Okay.
Who's our coach? Who's our head coach?
I respect the take.
It's the old Ravens coach. The Ravens' old coach. Defense court. Lamar.
I'm just like this. But he's not a Lamar. Lamar can actually throw like slant patterns and things like he has timing pattern. He can do that. I have not seen Jalen Milroe.
Can we not develop a player to do this? Can we not develop a player to do this?
To me, I don't know if you can. If you can't throw timing routes by now, look at Justin Fields. Now I like Justin Fields. I think that he should have been. He's a decent quarterback. But there's some kids, man, who are just speed and athleticism, and they just don't have that. Like, you did not develop this when you were growing up all this time.
Did we see?
You ain't trying. What are you doing all season?
Did we see Justin Fields develop it, or did we see him start day one?
We're at your saying.
We're watching.
I don't think he's developed anything. I don't think they should developed much. They haven't, and that's why they pulled him. I think they were like 3-1 or something. They actually had a winning record with Justin Fields last year, and they pulled him out and put in Russell Wilson for some reason. Like, you don't have a winning record with a kid. It's not like, I don't think they're even, and then pull him out, and when he's actually, because he's not able to make the throws. That's the problem. But then you also had Russell Wilson, who was not able to make the throws. But back to Jalen Milroe. You played for Alabama. That's a top. They have an offensive line like a pro offensive line. You know what I mean? And at Alabama. And I think he lost like 4 games or something last year. Something crazy that Alabama doesn't normally do.
He's not, but it's just, we're developing him. That's why we have Sam Darnold in front of him. The reason why we got Sam Darnold, it wasn't because of anything else. It was because we just didn't think Jalen Milroe was ready. That's why we got Sam Darnold. If we thought Jalen Milroe was ready, we would have picked up him. We would have drafted him and had him start today. Why did we get Jalen Milroe? We got him because our guy's not ready yet. In a couple years, he gonna be ready. That's our whole thing. We're not gonna just draft somebody and then be like, oh yeah, we're just drafting him for no reason. He ran a 4.36. If not less than that.
I made a pretty I mean, to me, I'm gonna be honest with you. He's like Anthony Richardson to me, man. In my eyes, okay. I watch Anthony Richardson go 5 for 14, man, with 70 yards passing, man. And you know what I mean? You know, that's just what I've watched.
Did you watch him sit out for the whole year? Did you watch him sit out for his rookie year? Did you watch him do that?
I watched him sit out a third down play. I watched him go sit out that third down play. He went on and said he was tired. He was like this. He walked off the field like he was a wide receiver. He walked off the field like he was a wide receiver and said he was tired.
The Colts threw him to the Wolves. The Colts threw him to the Wolves.
I mean, sometimes that's what you do.
They didn't give anything about him.
I think that's sometimes what you do. You know what I mean? Like when you're young, you give him an opportunity to play. He was given an opportunity to play. I mean, and they still put him back in even after he walked out the game and said he was tired. They let him start the next year. I mean, not the next year, the very next game. He won.
Our coaching's not like that.
But to me, I don't think that. I mean, I think sometimes you got to give a look what CJ. Well, not CJ Stroud. What's the other kid over for the Panthers? Who's the kid over there?
Bryce Young.
Yes. Bryce Young. Man, his first year he got beat up. His second year he got beat up a little bit. Then they let him come back off the bench. You know what I mean? And he started doing a little bit better. You got to let a person go. Man, you can't develop on the bench, man. Only person who I've really seen truly like develop on the bench, like over time develop on a bench is Aaron Rodgers. I mean, who came in off the bench and killed him like that.
Drew Brees. Did Drew Brees not develop off the bench?
No, I think Drew Brees damn near started. Didn't he start when he was first playing?
Started.
On the Chargers? He started for the Chargers?
Yeah, I think he was like a first.
He came in. He was playing when LT was getting the touchdown record.
He was like a top 2 pick. He was good. He was actually decent over there.
Jordan Love and Aaron Rodgers both. Some players just can't. They not that. Drew Brees.
I give Love that. I'll give you that on Love. I think Love did come off the bench, didn't he? Did Love come off the bench?
Yeah, because Aaron Rodgers. He's drafted about Aaron Rodgers playing.
But Love's a different monster in my eyes. You guys know how I feel. I feel like Love's probably top 5 quarterback. You guys won't say. I know you guys don't agree with me, but I feel like Love's a top 5 quarterback in the league, man.
Just as far as
but you guys are giving Herbert. You know what I mean?
I didn't say Herbert.
I think you did say Herbert. I think you brought
Herbert.
I'll say Herbert.
You say Herbert? I'll say Herbert.
Herbert's got an arm. Herbert's a dog. Don't get me wrong. He's got a good arm.
He's really good.
Wherever you want it.
But to me, I think that Love is a more technical. Has a gun too. He has a gun. He can run better as well. I mean, to me, he's a winner. You know what Herbert didn't get an opportunity to do this year. When Harbaugh came in, he took the ball out of his hands. Even though he threw for 5,000 yards, I think 1 year, like a year ago or so, the year before, he threw for 5,000. He took the ball out of his hands and made his team into a running team until he could trust Herbert at quarterback because he knew he would make bad decisions. You know who doesn't do that? Love. They say no. I'm just keeping it real.
Be a Love's passing team. That's why. It's because you can't be a passing team and win.
Who?
You can't be a passing team and win. Like the Bengals
in the league.
They're doing the same thing. The Bengals doing the same thing. They're a passing team. They're not winning. You can't be a passing team and win. You know,
look at the Saints for 15 years.
Keeping track of time is a run game type of thing.
Who's a passing team and they win? Kansas City Chiefs. They're a passing team. They win. I don't think they have a strong running game. They run a little bit, but I don't think they have a strong.
No, if it's 3rd and 8 and they have 2 minutes left in the game, Pacheco's getting you that 8 downs. Pacheco's getting you that.
I'm not saying that they don't have a decent running back. I like dude. I think he got hurt a little bit last year too, but I'm not.
Yeah,
but all I'm saying is they're a passing first team. They're going to pass the ball more than anything else. That's just what they're going to do. Mahomes is going to get out there and sling the rock. I think they're a pass first team. I know I was thinking about the Lions, but no, they had 2,000-yard rushers last year. That's not that you can't look at them like that. There's not a lot of teams out there who you can. I mean, probably you go up to Minnesota. I'm pretty sure they putting the ball in the air a lot more than anyone else. But I mean, I feel what you're saying. You got a good point. I mean, running first is really getting it there. You look at the Ravens. You look at the you look at the Eagles. Exactly.
Eagles is a prime example right there. Look at the champs. I mean, they're the champs.
Even my team, the Broncos, I mean, we weren't really running the ball that great, but I mean, our passer, we didn't really have that's a defense, kind of a defensive, more of a defensive kind of a scheme than it is just running the ball. It's more of a defensive type of team. You're talking about just playing the clock pretty much with the run first. Mm-hmm. I feel you. That's a good point. Very good point.
You got to get rid of that time. Sometimes Like if you give Josh Allen too much time, there's games where I see Patrick Mahomes, he'll have 30 seconds, and I'm like, that's too much time on the clock.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's too much time on the clock. I'll be like, man.
It's gotten to that point, hadn't it, in the league where if you're up by 3 or if you're up by 2 and you're punting the ball with 20 seconds left,
we
lost.
I'm like,
we lost.
Man, too much time.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers. It used to be the same thing when I see Aaron Rodgers that much time. I'd be like, oh well, the game's over. Aaron Rodgers is gonna win the game.
You're gonna go get that
There's
money.
Certain quarterbacks, you know if you leave them 20 seconds, it's game over. Game over.
So it's just
Mahomes.
Yep, exactly.
He's one of them. I'm like regular season and then slightly some of postseason. Josh Allen, but I saw Josh Allen freeze up when he was playing it. Who was he playing? I think he was playing Mahomes in the championship. Yeah, he froze up completely. You know what I mean? Didn't know what he was doing, didn't know what to do. I don't know if it'll happen to him again this year. I'm not gonna say he's gonna have that same type of, because Josh Allen is a dog. He's a monster. He can run that ball and he can throw that ball. I'm just
hoping Lamar makes it. Okay. I need Lamar to finally get over that.
If you don't make it, he's a fraud. If you don't make it this year, he's a fraud.
It's crazy. Well, last year wasn't really his fault, right? I mean,
it wasn't. But this year is the best his team has ever been.
Yes. I agree with that.
You think that King Henry is going to have the same kind of year that he had last year? You think he's going to be able to come out and duplicate that kind of,
I don't think he needs to.
I think Jair Alexander being added to the team makes them the most complete defense in the league.
I mean,
they were already scary.
Look at okay. Who does Lamar have to throw the ball to though? Where is he looking like in that?
Well, he's going to throw the ball to Andrews. 12, 15 times a game.
Andrews, Hopkins, and
Flowers. I know they got Flowers.
Yeah, it's fine.
Hopkins. Are we looking? I mean, that's what they do to him every year. It seems like they always go dredge up somebody from the past.
Yeah, they do.
Odell Beckham, 100%. And they put him on here like go get him a dog. Go get him. We should have got him a DK Metcalf or something. Go get him somebody. Do what the Eagles do. The Eagles go get all the best players are going to go to the Eagles. The Eagles going to make sure they got you. They go do what the 49ers do. 49ers are going to have every best player at every position, paying the most money. They're going to make it happen. But they don't win all the time. I ain't saying they've been, I was going to bring the 49ers up to you guys earlier too. Like, you guys don't think the Niners are going to, are going to be able to.
I think they're going to be better than they were last year. I don't think they're going to be as injuries killed them.
They're going to be trash next year.
Injuries absolutely. I don't think they're the best team in the division anymore. But
they're going to be like third, fourth. They're probably going to be worse in the division. Worse in the division.
I think they're going to be better. I think they're going to be worse than the Arizona Cardinals. I mean, Kyler Murray, man. Kyler Murray just doesn't.
The Cardinals have a team. They have a team.
Sure. Kyler Murray can't. He's to me pretty much.
He's not hurt.
Russell Wilson.
Or
to a degree. He's Russ. He cannot, for some reason, he just cannot.
Russ will get you to the playoffs.
No.
Back in the day, Russ was good. Russ, don't get me wrong. I ain't talking about old school Russ. I ain't talking about Seahawks Russ. I'm talking about now Russ. I mean, I'm looking at Kyler. Kyler is not like, to me, he's a fugazi, man. He doesn't perform.
You
go out and you go get him the players that he needs, and he still does not perform. He cannot win game back. Trust me, man. He can't score points. It's a problem. For some reason, he just cannot. When it's crunch time to make it happen, when it's third down, you're not getting the first downs, bro. If you're an elite quarterback and they're paying you that kind of money and they're putting that kind of trust in you, go out and win some games. He's not doing it to me. I mean, he's just not doing it for me. I don't think that if the Niners are even remotely healthy, they're not. I don't think he's they're number 3 in that division. I don't think Arizona's above the Niners.
The Niners then lost everything, by the way. To you
some
guys.
Stuff they need to leave.
To you guys, they lost everything. To you guys, literally. They didn't y'all didn't took their safety. Y'all didn't took their outside linebacker.
Part of the game. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm worried about my team. You know what I mean? I don't know. Me personally, Bo Nix to me, has not proven himself.
Bo Nix got a team.
Has not proven himself. I know you like Sean Payton. I know you like the short guy quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, I'm like, I trusted Russ, you know what I mean? But this Bo Nix, he can barely throw 200 yards a game,
He's a
man.
better fit, man. He's a way better fit than Russ.
3,000 yards last game. I don't know if
he doesn't need 200 yards a game. What he needs to do is control the clock. If he can
control the clock, be a game manager.
While that team, because look, you guys just picked up a top 5 safety in the NFL. Y'all picked up a top 5 outside linebacker.
Play KC.
Y'all defense already had a top 3 defensive backs.
What year is this for Peyton?
Probably his third year.
Third or fourth, right? Listen, he's had time. The team's gonna be acclimated. He's gonna have a system already in place. It takes you a couple years to get that system in place that you want in there, right?
It's over.
He's gonna be fine, dude. I think y'all have a baller squad.
It's just me, man. There's too many teams that can put up points quickly, and we can't. If you cannot put up points quickly, it's a problem. You can't go against the Buffalo Bills and think they're going to score 22 points and win the game. You can't go against the KC and think you're going to do that, and it's going to fly that way. You can't. I mean, it's hard to even say you can go against Baltimore and do the same thing like that. There's too many teams in our division that can score quickly, put up points, and it's going to take us a whole quarter to put up 7. It's a problem.
Y'all do have the hardest division in the AFC.
I mean, you already know what time it is.
I think so.
You know what time it is. I mean,
just because of how close they are, not as far as like
we had three playoff teams.
That's the best.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, and we got to remember Herbert's. I mean, the San Diego Chargers really were not the team that they turned out to be by the end of the year. At the beginning of the year, they weren't. I mean, it was like they were learning a new system and everything. They were getting themselves ready. Herbert, by the time he started letting Herbert really slang the thing, you can start seeing their team change. And then he had a bunch of injuries at wide receiver. A lot of his main receivers were out. I think he had to go with McConkey. Well, I think was that McConkey over there. I think he had to start throwing it. He became his number one target. Not to try to say anything bad about him. It probably developed him into the player he's going to be for next year. Or for this year, I mean, sorry. You know what I mean? So it's going to help him out a lot. But and they got a dog at running back over there as well, too.
Najee Harris. They got Najee Harris.
And so, I mean, we do have the hardest division by far. I don't see you guys. I don't know anybody else I can say.
That's a good thing to have.
The NFC got a hard division. You guys, they got the Dallas's division as well too. They got Dallas Eagles. You know what I mean?
That's the one everybody needs to watch. Yeah.
Dallas?
No, not Dallas as a team. I'm saying that division. That division, I think, is going to be the closest race.
I'm going to say Dallas.
I'm
going to say Dallas, but you got to watch them, man. I mean, to me,
that division.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Commanders.
You want to know why?
Okay.
So how many different division winners do you think come out of that division every year? Every year it's somebody different. Every single season, somebody different wins that division, except for the last 2. Before that, it's every single season there's a different one, and the one that won comes in third or worse the year before.
So you think the Eagles are going to be worse than last year?
No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I think those other teams are going to be better than they were last year. Because last year, you're not talking greatness when you're talking about the Cowboys. When you're talking about the Giants, you're talking about bottom dwellers. When you're talking about, the Commanders, they're good.
What about Lions, Vikings, and Packers? Because that's a division that's a
monster division too.
It's a great division. I just don't think it's going to be as close.
But the Vikings got it
close.
Vikings kind of got me. I mean, but the Vikings kind of got me. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'll let you. Go ahead, LT.
I still think the Vikings are the best team in that division. I do.
With a new quarterback,
them and Detroit are right there. Them and Detroit are right there.
It's hard to say. That kid's hasn't even proven. I don't think he's even played. Has he even played? Has he even started at all?
No.
But we're giving him a lot of kudos for a player who has not done anything. We're basically saying I'm surprised they're giving him that much love. I'm surprised they didn't re-sign.
And that's why I'm saying that. And that's the reason I'm saying what I'm saying is because of how confident they are with him at quarterback. You don't say that unless you know. Right. Yeah. In that building. So coming from that aspect of it, don't get me wrong. I think Detroit's fantastic. Detroit's right there with everybody. They're good enough to win the whole freaking thing. Let's be honest. They really are Super Bowl contenders. Let's be real. But when you're talking about top to bottom, who I think is going to be right there, right? Who's right there or who's one piece away or whatever. I think you have the Vikings right there. I think Detroit is right below the Vikings at number 4 in the NFC.
No. Did you? Okay, so look, I'm not sure if you remember, but I say right here. Week 6, Aiden Hutchinson, who was Defensive Player of the Year candidate. By week 6, he was like, there was nobody up with him in week 6. Defensive Player of the Year candidate. And then he got injured for the entire season. He's healthy this year.
I know.
Vikings, what do they have upped? What do they have upped that makes them have that type of level of power now? Like what do they have that just makes them that much better?
Because I don't think they're that much better. I'm not saying they're that much better.
Lions just went boom. Like Lions just went from, because last year they were only half what they were supposed to be.
Sure.
And now they just went.
And by the way, their quarterback's playing fantastic. I will say that Detroit, the quarterback's playing really, really well the last couple of seasons.
His bad games were some of the worst, but
exactly. And that's my point on that though. That's where I was about to go. With him, you know what you're going to get. You're either going to get great or you're going to get what just happened, right? That's the two things you're going to get with him. You don't get the in-between games. You get one of two. Now, don't get me wrong, you're going to have more of those great games from him because of how he's set up, how they set up the team around him. They've set that team up in Minnesota for a really good season this year. They built everything except for that quarterback, right? The only position that they didn't need to work on it really was quarterback. They already really had trust in McCarthy. So they really built around this kid is what it looks like. That's why I'm putting the trust in that. I'm putting the trust in what the coaching staff kind of built there and seeing if that can really pull through. Detroit's built already. That you already know what they're about. I think they're going to be right there no matter what at the end. They really have a chance. I just think Minnesota right now, based off of what I'm hearing at least, is going to be better by a little bit.
From what positions? What position?
Well, receiver, I think it's better.
Receiver?
Mm-hmm.
Where else?
Defensive line.
And receiver? No, not defensive line.
Offensive line, defensive. Their lines are fantastic.
Vikings?
Fantastic.
The Vikings?
The Vikings have a fantastic offensive line.
The Lions don't?
I'm not saying they don't. I'm just saying the Vikings have literally a top 2 line in the league.
If they have top 2, then Lions.
The only one that's better is going to be Philly. That's it.
Penei Sewell.
Philly's offensive line is scary.
Penei Sewell is the number 1 offensive lineman in the NFL.
That's great, but you need more than one on a line, though. There's 5.
Penei Sewell, and they have. Hold on, they got a couple. You're tripping right now. You're super.
I'm not tripping, brother.
You're super tripping right now.
You're tripping because you think. Look, you said Russell Wilson's better than Aaron Rodgers. That's blasphemy.
Facts.
What else you got?
I can't disagree with the Aaron Wilson take. I mean, with the Aaron Rodgers take. It's kind of crazy. But the fact of the matter is, we're gonna have to. But we got to watch that though too, because I watched Aaron Rodgers play horrible last year. He played good at the end of the year, but I watched him. I watched Russell Wilson take a team and take them to the playoffs last year. So you know what I mean. But I also watched him not be able to score any points, not be able to get not be able to convert on third down, which hurt them. Really, you know what I mean? They got a dog defense over there in the Steelers. Got a dog defense. They probably got one of the best defenses in the league.
I feel that.
Top 3, top 5.
Steelers always are set up nice on D too, man. Whew, they're nice. Super nice squad.
And with that, you guys,
I said, you got Jalen Naylor, Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson. I mean, look, on offense, I do think that they're better on offense.
You're talking about Amon-Ra, Jameson, J-Mo.
Oh no, I get that.
Sam Laporta, Gibbs, Montgomery.
Yeah, I love
these
Laporta.
These are better names. These are more better names.
I won so many stat bets on him.
Gibbs. I didn't win every bet I ever made on Gibbs. Even if I don't win the parlay.
Love Gibbs.
If I don't win the
parlay, this is what I'm saying, man.
Gibbs,
I love Detroit
every time.
I love Detroit. I actually root for Detroit because they've never won anything, dude. I want them to win so bad. You know, they can't get over that hump. You know what I'm saying? I really do. It's just with Minnesota, I think they're built a little bit differently this season. I want to see what happens because I do think that's the game, though. If you're looking at that division, that's the game to where those 2 games are going to matter going through, I think. Right there, I think is your pick for that division. I know you said Green Bay, too. I don't think they're on that same level. What's that?
No. Go ahead. But okay. All right. Well, with that, you guys, we're going to bring it back next week. We're going to definitely wrap up some more NFL talk, of course, but just some more overall sports talk. I am your host, Wesley. This is my co-host, the guru, LT, and the man. And this is Plays and Parlays. Thank you guys for watching.